Okay, let's look at trapezoids in this video. We're going to look at both trapezoids and isosceles trapezoids. So, in a trapezoid, they're pretty basic. There's not a whole lot going on with these. It has one pair of parallel lines, so that means the top and the bottom are parallel. And the adjacent angles are supplementary. So let me show you what I mean here. These angles right here, the 60 and the 120, these are supplementary. And so are the 145 and 35. These are supplementary. But you can notice the 120 and the 145, they do not add up to 180. They add up to like, what, 265? So these angles that are on the same, we'll say, base, they're not supplementary. So the ones that are on the opposite parallel lines or the opposite bases, these are supplementary. So with trapezoids, the main thing is all you have is one pair of parallel lines, and because of that, we get these two angles being supplementary and these two angles being supplementary. Okay, so let's look at a specific case where it's an isosceles trapezoid. So the rules are the same as a regular trapezoid, but the two non-parallel sides are congruent. So what I mean is this side is the same as this side. So if we look back at the trapezoid, this one, these two, oops, this side and this side were not the same length. And you know, once again, this is a type of trapezoid. So, but in general, a trapezoid, these two sides on opposite sides do not have to be the same length. Okay, and as a result of that, what happens is the angles on the bottom are congruent, and so are the angles on the top. So, if we look at here, this angle down here is the same as this angle over here. And then the angles at the top, these two, this one would be the same as this one. That's only for isosceles trapezoids. And then, like we said on the previous part, these are supplementary, so the ones right next to each other are supplementary, and so are these. So just like a trapezoid, the angles next to each other are supplementary. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to talk about is the diagonals. So the diagonals on this bad boy, they are congruent. They're the same length, but they're not mutually bisecting. They do not cut the diagonals in half. So like this is not the same as this. We can't say that's true. In fact, I'm going to erase that so I don't confuse you. So the diagonals, all that we can say about them is that they are congruent. All right, so that is trapezoids.